law is negative, not positive. Just because you don't fornicate doesn't mean you get a special reward. Jesus said, when you've done everything you're supposed to do, you still tell the master that you're an unprofitable servant because you're just doing what is expected. Luke 17:10. Amen. Not fornicating is simply doing what you're supposed to do. The presence of the command indicates that there's already a problem. If you come into my house and I have notes all over the house to the kids saying, don't leave your dishes in the sink, flush the toilet, don't leave your dirty Kleenexes on the floor, don't use the wash rags as toilet paper. If the dogs poop inside, you have to clean it up and not just let it rot there. You'll eventually get the idea that this is a really gross, sloppy family. The presence of the command is not a positive thing. By the law is the knowledge of sin. Romans 3:20. Amen. Yet many people want special treatment and rewards for not smearing poop all over the house and not using the wash rag as toilet paper. I love that. Because I say that Christ is our sanctification and it does not consist of keeping commandments, people think that I'm teaching commandment breaking and that we're all going around fornicating everywhere. That's not true. Amen. That's where they accuse and say that grace is a license to sin. Grace teaches us to deny ungodliness and worldly lusts, not by telling us don't do this or don't do that, but by satisfying us with Christ. Amen. Paul said in Timothy that there are some that desire to be teachers of the law, not understanding what they are affirming. The law is good when it's used lawfully, knowing it's not for the righteous but the sinner. Amen. 1 Timothy 1:7-11. Desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say nor whereof they affirm. But we know that the law is good if a man use it lawfully. Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly and for sinners, for unholy and profane, for murderers, murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers, for manslayers, for whoremongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind, for men stealers, for liars, for perjured persons, and if there be any other thing that is contrary to sound doctrine, according to the glorious gospel of the blessed God, which was committed to my trust. Amen. That is a long verse to say out loud. But amen. It's for the condemnation of sin. Paul then gives a list of terrible sins, but then he says that these things are contrary to the sound doctrine according to the glorious gospel of Jesus Christ. 1 Timothy 1:11. Amen. The glorious gospel is not another law, but it is the power of godliness and the power of salvation, and the righteousness of God is revealed in it from faith to faith on the just who live by faith. Romans 1:16-17. Amen. Law can only point out the problem, but the gospel actually is the solution to the problem. Amen. Love that.